I feel like a child with like no stand.
Yeah,
like
it
holding-
is more like couch. Yeah.
No, I feel really weird and like I feel
I
exposed.
stole her seat.
Shoot, that's normally your spot.
Well, actually, technically,
Usually that's my spot actually.
Should we switch?
No.
it's because usually I'm behind the camera, but I'm your biggest fan, so I'm here.
Serious? Oh my god!
Not to make you even more.
No,
hype.
that makes me hype as fuck. Yeah, we should be as hype as possible. Okay. Great. Wait,
Great.
that makes me really excited. Okay,
Hi, this is Once to Watch Chef's Choice. I'm Abby Kenna, and today I'm joined by co-host Giselle Libby
Hello.
and Maude Latour.
Hey,
Yay.
How are you doing?
I'm doing so good. How are you guys doing?
Good.
I
Cool.
feel like the girlhood energy in this room
Yes.
is really like
Exploding.
on top.
Exactly.
This is
Typical.
how it should always be.
No, and it is always this way.
Exactly.
Genuinely it is.
Yeah.
I only make appearances when it's like this, so
That's awesome. Wow. I'm
Or when
so
we
honored.
get pitched men and I'm like, oh, let me send them some episodes with like male guests. And I'm like, oh,
there's not many, but
our bad.
No, that's how it should be. Good.
exactly.
We love our queer girl pop.
Totally.
So
Yes.
we're really excited.
Don't cry.
Wait, cool.
Wait, sick.
Yeah, wait. Awesome. Okay, sorry. I'm here.
She's here.
I am.
I love the blue moment we
Thank
have.
you.
Love it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I was picking my outfit late last night. Yeah, so it's sugar water is giving blue for sure.
Exactly.
It was giving red for a second. I will acknowledge that, which is why
Yes.
Oh,
little
the tiniest pop.
red, the tiniest pop of red,
Yes.
but yeah, it's kind of blue.
I like it.
And my nails are sugar water nails.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, check it out.
Literally, there's
Did you do
sugar.
them?
No.
They're so cool.
Hey, thank you so much.
Do they get caught on things?
Nope. Chilling.
Wow.
Chilling.
Okay.
Chilling. Yeah.
That's beautiful and good to know.
Yeah, right.
I was worried.
So true.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
I'm so excited to be here.
This is our little taste-making podcast
Yay.
where we're going to go through a 3-course meal of you.
Oh my god, that's my dream. That's awesome.
Well, to start, we would love to know the appetizer to Maude Latour.
The appetizer. Cool.
The very first song you'd want someone to listen to if they've never heard your music before.
Wow. And that is a great question.
And that's a great question that someone will know the answer to.
totally.
here.
Yes.
You can give us like an assortment, a
Totally.
tapas
I'll give it-
situation.
It's gonna be tapas. That's awesome. Yeah. Whoa. I feel like I have so many different little worlds in my world for sure.
Yeah.
I don't want to come out here and say one more weekend, but I do feel like
That's crazy.
I know. I can't wait.
Can last forever. One more weekend in the city. Break up for the sun and leave me all alone. One more weekend, can you kiss me? Tell me that you're listening.
It is crazy, but I am kind of like, no, wait, check this song out. It's called One More Weekend. But I also think Lola is a good
Totally.
song.
Girls protected, I'm turned on when I'm respected. For my planet, for my daughters, make my music, drink my water. So I watch you do your magic. You're so cool, so charismatic, supernova, sip your soda. Yeah, I really think I love you.
And I'm Not the Sun. Those three.
This is my place of worship. Come in here with you at night. I'm not the sun.
That was my choice.
That's
was
your-
I'm Not the Sun.
I think
yeah.
that Trinity is kind of the representative of like
Yes.
of Appetizer.
They do kind of get like the components
Absolutely.
of what sugar water is.
I'm so glad.
Like
I'm so glad.
combined, it's like
Yeah.
now you are like God.
Wow. Whoa.
You are the sun.
Literally.
Stop. No, I'm not. Turns out. Wait, but have you listened to the album?
We have listened to the
Nonstop.
album.
Oh, nonstop.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's why I think I feel like this is obvious, but I think Officially Mine is such a perfect way to open.
OMG.
Super sweet.
It's in order, right?
Yeah, it's in order.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
yeah.
you saw me debating about what the first
Yes.
song should be.
And it's
I'll
like,
tell you what the other one was, maybe. Wait,
Do it.
do you already
yes.
know?
No, I don't know.
No. It is Officially Mine. Well, it's Officially Mine is the first song in the album because, and did you see, because I also I was debating between two songs for the first song for so long. And it's kind of why, like, it took me, like, too long. I, like, kind of, like, everyone was mad at me. Like, it was until recent, for sure. Because I was freaking out. Well, I'm an indecisive girly, Libra.
Yeah.
Obsessive
Well, you
compulsive
care about the way
disorder.
that it's heard.
Yeah.
Which is why this is a
Little
hard
too
question
much.
for you.
Totally.
Yeah.
But it is officially mine for many reasons. Yeah. One of the deciding factors was I was on the train in New York and two girls ran up to me and they were like, "Hi, we love your music." I was like, "No way." And I was listening to the two songs back and forth trying to decide which it should be.
Yeah.
And I was freaking out and I was like, "Guys, I'm trying to decide the first song on the album. Please help me." I put my AirPods in their ears and I just played them both and they were 100% on Officially Mine.
Oh
They were
my
like, "It has to be
gosh.
Officially Mine." I was like, that is not the one I was gonna do.
Wow, that's so interesting.
But I was like, and then a few other things happened, and then, but I went with Officially Mine, and I'm so glad.
Oh yeah,
So glad.
It feels like there's no other choice now.
Wow,
Like,
totally.
It's such a great intro. It almost feels like the intro to like a TV show or a movie.
Aww.
We were just talking about how cinematic the whole thing is,
Oh,
and
yay.
that's why I love it, because it feels
That's
like
awesome.
okay, you're ready for the journey. Like
It is
buckle
a journey.
up.
Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, can I tell you what it was going to be? Or maybe I
Yes.
shouldn't. Should
No,
I tell you off
wanna
camera
know,
later?
and I'm curious, like, why it was such a toss-up. Like,
Oh my
what was
God,
leading you
you're
in
so
both
right.
directions?
You're so right. I know why. It was I don't want to mess everything. Will I mess everything
No,
up by
no.
telling you?
No.
Like,
We already
It's going
heard it
to
without.
end, yeah.
Okay, this podcast is for real ones.
And
Like,
this will
I'm not
come
gonna-
out after when the album is
So
out.
true.
Yeah.
Okay. It was gonna be Summer of Love.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It was the beginning.
In the morning, you can tell me crying. It was the beginning. Now I'm calling a taxi, kissing me in the backseat. You and me in the summer of love. You and me in the summer of love. Now I'm calling a taxi, kissing me in the backseat. You and me in the summer of love. You and me in the summer of love. Summer of love.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Because
can
it was
see it.
like, welcome. This is the invitation to this journey.
Yeah.
But now I see that album completely different. I mean,
Yeah.
now that's track 7, which is a lucky spot. So that's
that is
right
a great
in the middle.
spot. Yeah.
So
Yeah, and it almost feels like a transition to like the second to the end of
exactly,
the album.
which I wasn't even seeing it like that before. But now,
Yeah.
now I'm like, oh, this is, yeah.
That is
Yeah.
so cool. Like people are always talking about fan engagement and all that stuff, but the fact that you literally stuck your AirPods into your fans' ears and were like, "Help!"
This is the part of the project that keeps me going and remember, like, believing that it exists and that it's
Yeah.
real. Just because when we meet in person, I feel like so much of this has always been about proving that like any two people can just chat and we know each other's souls. We can walk into a room and we see each other, like, and when it comes true in real life, I'm like, oh, that is why. That is what this is. And that's all that
Yeah.
matters. It's so fun. It's like secretly meeting my best friends all around sometimes. I'm like, oh, hi. Because I'm at the size where anyone who sees me, it's because they're like, who recognizes me is because they're like a real one. Not, yeah.
Yeah,
It's just real ones only. Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah, I know, right? Totally.
Oh, that's so cool to know the behind the
The
scenes.
secrets,
now.
yeah. Oh my God, I have so many secrets about
Like this album
shit.
is like a full of secrets.
No, for sure. My notes app, I was obsessing about the order of the songs I now look back and realize I wasted so much time thinking about the order of the
No.
songs. In my notes app, I have over 100 notes with the same songs in slightly different order 100 notes over. It sounds like it's fake, but I'll show you.
No, I believe it.
No.
I feel like
It was just, I was going crazy about it. Oh.
you either like are an album listener or you're an album shuffler, and
I have not even considered the shufflers.
yeah, no, and it should.
You're right.
I think people who like really grew up like ingesting music
You're right.
love to like analyze why songs are next to each other and like the storyline.
Totally.
So it's cool to know that you like should listen to it in order.
Totally. But it's also great that you don't have to. So
No,
whatever.
it'll be great in whatever
Yeah.
order.
Oh, wow. Okay. Tangent. Sorry about that. Here, we're back. We're back.
Important. To
Extremely important.
Yeah. Totally. Hell yeah. Thank you.
Well, we have our little trinity.
Okay.
Then I
Totally.
mean, one more weekend, like
One more
that kind of
weekend.
like popped you off. That
It
was.
did.
I remember finding that
I
song
still
when
can't
it came
believe it.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Uh-huh.
I was hooked.
Wow.
Lola has our like
Shoot.
our like
Uh-huh.
queer anthem.
Our message. Yeah.
Our message.
Yeah. Our meaning for
Yes.
sure.
And I Am Not the Sun, I feel like that is almost like the transition into this new like
Totally.
sonic palette.
Totally.
Of Sugar Water.
Yeah, when I
Mhm.
first
Screen
heard
a
that
freak.
one, I was like, oh, okay. Like we're shifting a little bit in a good way, not in a way that was like departing from anything, but just like, oh, this is new from Maude.
Whoa. Oh my God. I have chills.
Oh my
Wow.
God. That's how I felt when I first heard it. It's
Wow.
one of my favorite, like forever.
Oh my
So
God.
good.
Thank you.
And when you
It's one of
opened with
mine
it at
too.
your show last year,
Yes.
I was like ascending.
Totally. That song, as soon as I walk on stage and sing that, I feel all my nerves go away. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, here we are. It's amazing.
Oh, that's
it's the best
amazing.
feeling in the world. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Hell yeah. You got it. You got it.
Well, leading into Sugar Water.
So true.
So incredibly true.
So incredibly true.
I'm really curious now that I know how
Yeah.
like deeply you've thought about it all.
Oh, God.
What like represents the
need a
album?
hobby.
It's
Uh,
this is the hobby.
No.
I think this is a
talking
good
about
hobby.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What, chatting about it
No,
further?
making it.
That one's no longer the hobby
That's
for sure. But I think I needed like a distraction. But it's okay. Not yet. Not yet.
Well, I want to know to you what feels like it represents
Mm-hmm.
this new era. What is the
I
new era?
know.
Like, can you sort of capture the vibe for us?
Oh my God. Like, I don't know. I want to hear your answers.
I'm between Whirlpool and
Whoa.
Come Down.
Whoa.
Wait, that's so interesting because I was going to say
Whoa.
Whirlpool and feel like I was making like a revolutionary like
Well, you are.
decision.
Whoa.
But
Well, since I said it is revolutionary.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm entering the world.
Whoa, okay. That's great. I needed to hear your answers first because I think I've listened to this album so many times. I'm like, I don't even know
Yeah, sometimes
anymore.
when you listen to it that much, it's hard to
Totally. I
form
can't.
thoughts.
I am craving giving it away so bad. I know people want the album to come out, but I want the album to come out. God.
it'll sound so different when you
it's
can
gonna
listen
be
to
so
it being
different.
like, and people are hearing this. And,
I
like,
can't
perceiving it.
imagine when they hear it.
Yeah.
But yeah, totally. Super calm. Whirlpool's a great answer. I feel like that's a great answer. That makes a lot of sense. And I think I keep getting surprised. People are saying that. I'm like, oh, cool. Awesome. I think it contains one of my favorite moments in the album, like towards the end of it, that like the end part.
Yes.
For sure. That I'm like, oh, fuck. But, wow. Damn. Sorry.
No, you're
Remembering
fine.
it.
This
Take
is
your
good.
time.
This is good.
Whirlpool and Come Down. Wow. Yeah, totally. What was I could see Whirlpool. There's no other song like Curse Romantics on the
Oh,
project.
true.
But every time I hear it, I'm like, oh my God. Drive faster.
You're my new religion, chemical addiction. Baby, we're just cursed romantics. Killer when we're kissing, fatalist collision. Baby, we're just cursed romantics.
So I love that euphoria and that homage to like these things that influenced me of like middle school pop, perfect pop. And even if the rest of the album doesn't sound like that, it's so the balance between the spectrum between Whirlpool and Cursed Romantics and so totally.
No, definitely. That song, it's middle school is the best way to put it.
Totally.
It brings me back. And we were just talking about, like, I think what always resonates with your work is just like the kind of young spirit you always bring to it. Like, I feel like people are always trying to make coming of age music and like kind of recapture that feeling, and it comes so naturally to you. And
oh my gosh,
you can really hear that in Cursed Romantics.
Oh, I'm so glad.
And that's how it makes me feel too, which is the best.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've been thinking about that too recently. Of there's such a nostalgia in this whole project that like it doesn't always feel like looking backwards, but but it's this little feeling of like like things are precious. Yeah
It
totally.
feels like it's told in a very like modern lens, but through that like nostalgic feeling.
Oh my god, that's
before
awesome.
You got here, I was saying that it feels like the way that Green Light makes me feel every time I put it on.
Whoa. Hell
The whole album though, it's true.
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, love. Oh, beautiful. I love that Come Down is one of those for you. I feel like that is so, I don't even, the album without it, that album wouldn't make sense. It's so
it feels like the heart of it.
It totally is.
Yeah.
Wow. It totally is. Oh my god. I love that every piece of it feels like it couldn't exist without any piece of it.
100%.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I would love to know about like the writing of Come Down then.
Totally.
If that's such an essential track.
Whoa,
like, how did it
true.
come about?
So true.
Flashbacks making me crazy. Even though your boys used to haze me, all I have left is the photos. What do I do with the memories, baby? Wind in my hair, New York, where it all started.
Oh yeah. that one's a heavy one. The totally. It's so damn.
Another nostalgia. Like younger experiences.
Absolutely. I think I started writing music at that age more seriously, and it was so about this feeling of teenage, like summer, eternal summer. I'm gonna like New York summer. I'm gonna live forever. Wow, what is this like? I started writing songs when I like got this independence. I was walking around the city myself. I started finding out about being a teenager, and so I think this like a massive feeling of that freedom is still like when I am making my perfect songs, it still feels like that first time I felt that feeling of being like 15 and this boy's handlebars, him riding me across the Williamsburg Bridge. It was so just like, oh my god, is this like being alive? Like, wow. Like, and I think I'm always gonna it's funny how that evolves. That feeling of total like freedom in the world is like massive suddenly, and you're just like a dot in it. And Come Down was totally a like product of that person that I just mentioned who like kind of caused me to write my first breakup songs and everything, like tragically passed away, and halfway through writing this album, and he's just such a person who in my world just like, you know, butterfly effect changed me, and the song kind of just came all these memories flooding back, like of all different types of memories, and teenage memories of that are like crazy looking back at, like thinking about what we did as kids, and how it's still like, whoa, there's such a wide spectrum of teenage emotions, and just having it all come back, but still remembering that like invincible, I don't care if we come down like feeling, and like, oh my god, like
that's one of the songs that's so specific to you, but also like feels like you're singing about my childhood too.
That's awesome.
Which is so wild. And I love that it basically calls back to your first release ever with Ride My Bike.
Whoa.
It's such a full circle song.
Totally, because biking is that through line.
So through line for you.
It totally is.
I love it.
My first song was called Handlebars, and it was, so I also shout out that first song. I'm like, I was on your handlebars.
And like, what a treasure to have that feeling like captured in a song.
That is the thing I am most grateful for, or top two of it in me doing all of this, and like even like looking back at Starsick, I'm like, because of that project, I know who I was when I was a kid, low key, because that was my like childhood time capsule of these feelings that unbridled like feelings of childhood and creativity and mind opening childness, and I can't believe I have it's saved, and it feels like how it felt in the moment.
Amazing.
Totally. And I hope it feels like how other people felt at that time too.
Oh,
definitely.
Totally. Hell yeah. Oh my god, you guys get it. It's really cool. It's really cool.
No, it's beautiful. It really is like, I don't know. It's an album that kind of swept me off my feet, like song after song. So
I'm so glad.
But it changes things to know how much it means to you personally too.
Totally.
So
Totally. Wait, let's get into more of them. Wait, I shout out that one thing about Come Down also is that it's inspired by referencing homage to Strokes album, 80s Come Down Machine. And because that was me and this boy's album, he showed me the Strokes, and I was like, no way. Life actually changed, and it changed everything. It changed how I heard music, and like that's that chord progression is in there too, that Strokesy vibe, and that's just that's my favorite band for sure. That's my happiest. So that's my safe place for sure.
What kind of like sonic references do you have?
Totally for this album.
Yeah, like
I have a huge list of. Every time I like directly reference someone, I put them on a ginormous list.
I love that.
There's a bunch of people. They're all random, and they're all tiny little vignettes of that person. Not even. There's like an Art Garfunkel song that Bloom reminds me of, and there's I love like Santi Gold, and I love I don't know, I feel like there's like some MGMT-ness on it too, and some Robin, and and there's who else? There's I don't know, I love the pom-poms, I love sleigh bells, I love Strokes for sure are so there. I love all the pop girls. I love Rihanna and SZA so much. So
you can hear all of it.
Totally. Totally. Hell yeah. I'm so glad. There's Lord, of course.
Where is she not?
Where is she not? Oh man, so true. My older sister.
These are all artists that I feel like I was listening to at like my 6th grade dance.
Oh my god. Call me out.
Yeah, I know. She makes me feel old.
Oh, sorry.
I was like, maybe more like 9th, 10th grade, but that's okay.
Oh my gosh.
They feel like summer camp.
100%.
Totally. It is funny how your music taste really solidifies around 16, and that's kind of what's up.
Never escape it.
I haven't left. Yeah, I'm still there.
Totally. And me too. And me too.
Better or worse.
But it's fun when a new song that is that you never would have been able to conceptualize at that time, like adds to that canon in the most like perfect way. Like it's amazing. Good music is amazing. Holy shit.
I just love music.
Me too. There's some songs. Oh my god. There's a song called I Saw You by Swank Mommy. Check it out.
Gosh, I need to.
Best song.
Never even heard.
Is that what you're spinning right now? That's like your.
I've been spinning it for the past 6 months for sure, and it's so that's a song as well. But that just, I feel like it's that, whatever. Never mind. Just check it out.
No, that's important.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes I'll wake up and I'm like, wow, I feel kind of like off, and I'm like, oh, it's because I'm not obsessing over a new song.
Totally.
You need your like little fixation.
Totally.
So
totally.
that could be the new one.
Yeah. No, it will.
Yeah. Do you have, what's your fixation song?
Yeah, what's your fixation song?
Right now, it's I don't know if y'all ever listened to Little Mix. I don't think that was your
Jade's new song.
Yes,
Yes.
Jade's
We haven't heard
solo song.
Really?
You would love it.
I would love it.
You would
Oh,
die.
yeah.
It's called "Angel of My Dreams."
Okay, great. I'm there.
That's
Okay,
all
cool.
you need to know.
Okay,
It's
great.
insane.
I'll listen to it.
Yeah,
It's like
amazing.
if it's not already in the WeHo clubs.
Oh, yeah.
it
Oh, cool.
will be.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
Amazing.
good.
so good.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I'm
okay,
obsessed.
great.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I wanna
do
know
some
the
more
dessert.
song recs too.
Yeah, I want to know the dessert.
Yeah, I want to know your dessert.
My dessert. Okay.
This is like a personal favorite.
Yeah.
Or like, I guess there can't be like B-sides off the album yet because
Yeah.
it's not released.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But maybe
I
one you
know.
predict being like
Totally.
a sleeper or a
I
underrated.
know. I didn't realize this is how albums work. I've never put out so much an album.
Yeah, wait, that's crazy.
So I didn't even realize that. I realized about 3 weeks ago that like a lot of people would only hear the singles, and I was like,
I know, isn't that crazy?
what? I didn't even think of that. So that's crazy. Finding that out. But maybe they'll listen to every song. Who knows? But
The real ones will.
Yeah, totally. And some albums they make it. It happens. But oh my gosh, I've been wondering that as well. I mean, I definitely buried some of my favorite songs like at the bottom of the record.
Yeah.
I have such a soft spot for Bloom for sure. It makes me so that's like that I am not the sun part of my heart of just like, oh, I'm gonna tell you this poem right now and let's do it.
That's the last song on the
that's the
album.
last song.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's such a great choice.
Hell yeah. But I do love Summer of Love so much.
Yes.
But I kind of think Save Me.
That's what I was going to say.
I'm like, what if this is everyone's favorite song? Save Me.
I was listening to it on the way here on repeat.
Like, there's such a chance that this is the one everyone loves.
Why
But-
do you think that it would be that? Like, what calls
Because it's
you?
gonna be such a. I could never imagine. Didn't think it would be that one. It's kind of. It's not. It's so an odd one out for me for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh, maybe the people just want vibes. Like whatever.
No, I love it. It's such a vibey song.
Totally,
Like,
totally.
it's so just like, I don't know. I can't really even describe what's different about
Yeah.
it.
Wow.
But it does stand out in
Oh
that
my
way.
God, cool.
I love it so much.
That's why I'm getting lost.
Exactly.
I think there's like moments across the album where like I can hear like the MGMT or like the
Yeah.
Strokes or the Lord references.
Oh yeah.
But then like Whirlpool specifically, and then I think also in Save Me Too, I had those moments where I was like, no, this is like simply just Maude Latour sound. So I think maybe that could be it.
Yeah,
Because
totally.
it feels like you're doing something completely you,
That's
and that is like
awesome.
vulnerable.
Yeah, it's definitely
to release.
those are new. Those are like me in my in my like unknown territories for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. I like that interpretation for sure. Save Me is definitely like Dido inspired, you know. That type of ballad for sure. I feel like that's the first song that I've ever said like save me. Like I think I've made such a point. It's been important to me to never, even in all my breakup songs, I never want to position the singer or the listener or the main character as subjugated or smaller or needing help. Like the point is supposed to be like, no, we got that. Even when I'm in pain, like even when I'm sad, I have this power. And this was definitely the first time it was like similar to the come down time of writing, and it was the first time that I feel like I just let myself make a song like, oh, actually I'm devastated and I have nothing else to say except this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's like you kind of put your defenses down
Absolutely.
and just exist
Totally.
in that song, which
Totally.
is why I feel like people will connect with it for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, not to talk about all the songs, but
No,
what
please do.
What about Infinite Roses?
Yes.
I think that's my sister's favorite song on the project. My younger sister, and Loki, she's my first listen. She's who I like make sure what I'm making is approved, because she'll like from the earliest days of making music, like she was like, wait, I like this, and I would make it for her, absolutely. So yeah, and that's her favorite song, so I'm kind of like, oh,
Well, it must be
so
then.
maybe
Yes.
yeah.
Shout out, sister.
Shout out, sister.
Love that.
Loves having a sister.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's amazing.
Yeah, do you guys have sibs?
no.
What?
I have a sister-in-law,
Cool.
and she's like changed my life.
Cool.
In that regard.
That's
we,
awesome.
We cried on the phone the other day because she
Oh
was
my
like, she doesn't have a sister
God.
either.
Oh
She was
my
like,
God.
you're not only my sister, but you're my friend.
I was like, that's so sweet.
You're gonna have to stop.
It's so interesting, Colleen. I've noticed that, like, with my sister, to tell her that how much I love her, I'm like, you are my friend. And to my friends, to tell them how much I love them, I'm like, you are my sister.
Yeah.
Oh, that gave me the
funny.
chills.
Yeah.
That's so
Oh,
true.
Totally. We have sisters everywhere. The sister feeling is, oh my God, it's life. It's
Yeah.
love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It means
I mean, your
something.
music is that
Aw.
too.
Sisterhood.
Which is why Lola's has to be
Yes.
that one in that first appetizer for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
My sister, my friends in the air that I'm breathing.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Totally.
My third eye is opening.
Wait, I have one more question about the album
Yeah,
before we
can
do
we-
our like final
Wait,
ones.
no, can we have talk so much longer? Finally, someone who wants to talk about it. I'm like, it's been only in my head
I
for,
know, it must
for
be
a
wild
year.
for you.
Totally.
I want to know why you decided to name it Sugar
Water?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like, how did you land on that out of all of these like really like visual songs? Yeah.
Totally. I was running titles for a long time. There was fully a totally different title for a working title for a long time, and there's an alternate universe of that title.
Totally.
I
Yeah.
shall say it not, but but I think that could be a future. That maybe sometimes those things are your direction points of where you're going.
Yeah.
So Sugar Water, it took me a second to realize it was right. It was on my list for a long time. It was in the running for a long time, and it wasn't the one I was thinking of. But then once it became it, I feel like the album grew around it too. And the song 7 interlude on the project, like that ended up like, oh man. Yeah. Now I can't even imagine it not being Sugar Water, but, there's the song Sugar Water, which is a crazy song. But I think the whole album is about, I like making up a term that and giving it a definition in my cinematic universe, and I feel like Sugar Water is the whole thing that we're talking about and singing about, this fleeting temporary sweetness of life, and the temporary, the fluidity of it, and the never always changingness of it, and it's like tears you cry when you're happy. It's like it's like trying a wish to taste the things in life as fully and presently when they are happening, when you can, and temporarily, and so that's a little bit what Sugar Water is. Yeah, I have more to say on it, but yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's from this, there's this crazy, the first concept of it was from this crazy story that I read in school, called this piece of writing by Tolstoy, where he's writing about this fable where this man, okay, here we go. This man is hanging on a branch above a pit of dragons. And the branch is being chewed up by rats, and the branch is gonna fall, and he's gonna fall into this pit of dragons, and he's hanging there, and then this one tiny drop of sweet honey, sugar, water falls onto his tongue, and Tolstoy's like, this is life, this sweetness, but there's this end coming, and there's terrible things that happen in life and in this world, and how do you taste this sweetness? And I was just so, that image like blew my mind, because I had never seen it so depicted, even in philosophy like that. Just the stakes of the
life.
Beautiful life, the things. And I think that's what I've always been singing about in One More Weekend, Nothing Lasts Forever. It's like, wait, but what about how this I love you and this is ending, like what about that? And in all of the loss and love in the world, like that is the core of it. So Sugar Water just feels like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I need to read this now.
It's a crazy story. I haven't. Yeah. I'll send you the diagram.
Please.
It goes off into other crazy things. It's crazy, but yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you floored me.
Yeah, I'm just kind of speechless.
Whoa, shoot. Me too.
Well, we have a couple of closing questions.
Okay, great. Oh, I want it to never end.
Me too.
Yay.
We would love to know if your music was a candle, and specifically Sugar Water. What would it smell like?
Oh my goodness. I got a scent in my nose, but I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, how do I describe
it's
that?
Giselle's perfume.
It's a slight amount of floral, but that refreshing spring
Love.
floral.
Have you ever smelled the rainwater Mrs. Myers
No.
soap?
No.
You need that.
to.
Okay, I'm not really on my. I don't know a lot about this world since.
I have memories associated with this soap, but
Wow.
it's like so fresh and it feels like love. And
Oh
like,
my god!
summer
Let's
and
get
perfect.
some.
And it's not toxic, so
What the?
Yeah,
That's
so-
amazing. Whoa.
so maybe that.
Okay, cool. Let's compare next time. We
You need to do a sniff test.
I'll look around for something. Yeah, a sniff test. I'm like,
Yeah.
no,
Not Sugar Water.
We would also love to know what
Okay.
your favorite sound is right now.
My favorite.
That's not
sounds?
music.
That's not music.
A life
yeah.
sound.
For sure. Let me think. That is the best question I've ever heard. Oh my goodness. There's so many cool ones. Oh my god. I wish you could just edit out like 5 minutes of me thinking
can.
here.
we will, don't worry.
Yeah.
Pause. 5 minutes later. Okay, now I'm gonna think.
Also, while you're thinking, I love the watch with like
Oh
the
my God,
Sophie
oh my
Short
God.
situation.
Oh
I think
my
it's really a
God.
good look. Yeah.
Am I cultivating a vibe?
I think so, yeah.
100%.
Oh, thank God. I'll take a sip of water.
Take a sip of water.
I put sugar in it.
No, you didn't.
I'm just kidding.
No,
That would have been
be
so cool.
Imagine.
If you ever want free coffee, I work at.
What?
I have too many jobs.
Have we seen each other then?
Yeah, actually, you did come in once.
What?
I was gonna keep that one to myself, but
Oh my God.
since you asked,
I just remembered that.
Yeah.
I was like, wait.
I was like, you came in and it like kind of caught me off guard because I like hadn't caffeinated
And I was
yet.
probably in pajamas.
I think you were in your own merch.
Yeah, those are my
amazing.
pajamas. So yeah.
And I remember being like, you walked in and I was like,
in
is that
my
Maude
own
Latour?
merch.
And then I saw that you were wearing Maude Latour merch. And I was like, well.
shirts are cozy. What can I do?
And they're so cool.
Right, I'm like, I designed it because I want to have little shirt with
Literally.
stars in my name.
I love that.
I also always wear my merch at the airport. I don't know
You
why. It's just an
should.
airport uniform. That's what which what merch is. Kind of.
Also, you're in
Yes.
public. Like, if
I can
someone
do
like,
this.
Yeah.
Get on this plane. Yeah,
Sell some shirts while you're on the move.
totally. Yeah. Wow. That is
That's so
so
funny.
funny. Are
Literally
you
my
kidding?
bad.
What did I order? Probably it was either nice Americano or did I get? Maybe I've gotten a latte. You guys had a.
We did have a lavender latte. I think
And
you might
that
have
is what
gotten
I got.
that. Yeah.
And that is what I got.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so gay.
Well, yes.
Yeah. Well, yes. You guys like also this lavender drink. I'm like, I'll get that.
Was the sound of
What
like
was the
iced
sound?
coffee? Yeah.
Did I make this? Did I say the sound yet?
No.
No, I
okay.
didn't. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think. And it can't be tonal.
I guess it could be.
It can't be. It can't be. I hate to just be like it's this like staticky, distorted, like fucked up noise. That is always. I frequently start making a song from that place, like listening to this messed up noise.
I'm down.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
and it brings out that visceral like. Oh, and I'm like, yeah, the song's coming out. Here we go. And it's always frequently like buried deep down in there. Yeah. So
I love
it's
that. That's perfect.
I
I
can
love
cite
that.
some. There's distorted statics that are just more than others. Like
Yeah.
there's the depth of that world. You can go forever only in the atonal world, and I love that. I think that's how me and my collaborators really start making songs. We put a sound, an atonal sound down first.
That's
An
cool to
atmosphere,
know. Yeah.
a world. It makes a dimension to the space. It brings a 4D-ness to it.
That's
And you're
usually like the
here we go.
decorating that people put on later. so
Totally,
it's
absolutely,
Interesting that it's backwards.
totally, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, more questions? You have any more,
I
please?
had one last question.
I'm excited
Yes.
for this one.
We would love to know who your ones to watch are. Who are you listening to that we should be listening to?
It's so awesome. That's awesome.
If you need to pull out your phone, you can.
Yeah, you
No.
can Spotify it.
No,
Yeah.
I don't. Okay, yeah. Okay, there's a band called The Army, the Navy.
But of course.
You know them and you
I
love
don't.
them?
Oh, yes. I saw
Hell yeah.
them open for someone a couple weeks ago. Paris Paloma.
Paris
yes.
Paloma.
Yeah.
Great.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love them. We've recently become friends, and it's so fun to have a music friend. I haven't really had a lot of friends who make music because I was in college, and
Yeah.
I was loving just like not having any friends who made music. It was like we could talk about such different things,
Totally.
and it keeps me super me. But it's been so awesome to be friends with them, and their harmonies. It's amazing. Love them. The Army, the Navy. Shout out. I love this girly swank mommy. She's from Norway, and she has some
Dope.
awesome songs. I love, there's a girl from New York named Lexa Gates who's
Ooh.
popping off. She's a rapper. She's fire, and she's just the coolest girl, and I think she's about to explode. Absolutely. Actually, check her out. She's
Yeah, definitely.
precipicing as fuck. It's awesome. So yeah, those could be my three at the moment.
Slay.
Yeah, love them.
I can't wait to
Love.
listen.
Yeah.
Yay.
I guess I guess that's a good last question, but like whatever. Wait, what are your favorite songs on the album outside of the? I guess you already answered.
I feel like we talked about most of
talked
them.
about
you
so
talked
many
about
of them,
them.
yeah.
What's your fave? What's your number one?
Honestly, like, I keep going back to the feeling of like hearing Sugar Water and being like,
awesome.
what the fuck, like, what era happened?
I am wondering if people aren't gonna. I can tell that some people are gonna hate it. Some people.
No, I kind of love the divisiveness
Yeah.
in
it's
this,
that.
where it's like you are changing, you are
Right.
a changing person, and this is a new sound.
Wow, totally.
Yeah,
And I just love the like abstractness of the lyrics. Like, I think the only people that will hate it are people that need things to be like spoon fed to them.
So true.
Which is why I gravitate towards your music, because it's not.
Oh my god. Okay, great.
Wait, this is not on the album, but I just have to say Headphones is like my favorite song of all
Oh
time.
yay. Yeah, I
That's
feel
my
like
favorite song by
dessert
you, by
vibe as
anyone.
well.
Like, so many times I've been like so down and trying to get through stuff, and I listen to that, and it literally like immediately helps me.
Oh my goodness. But it's not today.
Exactly. It's like a mantra for me.
Oh my god, that song absolutely changed my brain when it
Same.
came. I was like, oh my god. And I think that song absolutely that I let the music lead the way. I think that was absolutely the mantra in writing this album, because I didn't know how to write an album, and I was wondering, do I decide in my past habits? I would probably decide what it would, make decisions about it before it exists, but I knew I had to let the music lead the way and just write songs and let the music tell me what the message it was trying to give me was. Who am I to decide what it should be about? So it was. I love how that song changed my relationship with music too, of like knowing like, oh, the music will be the thing that tells me what to do next, and it tells me who I am. It makes me me again when I lose myself. Absolutely. So
And that's how you made your first album,
Absolutely.
which is so like special and magical. And
Yay.
I think that's a good place to end.
Oh,
Don't
totally.
you?
Wow.
Oh, guys, best chat ever.
Thank you so much for
Yeah,
being here,
thank you.
genuinely.
Thanks for your real, genuine questions. Thank you for saying course.
Oh my God.
Well, once again, this is Ones to Watch Chef's Choice. I'm Abby Kenna.
I'm Giselle Libby.
And I'm Maude Latour.
Wow, that was so clean.
Oh my
and exciting.
God.
Oh my God, guys, you killed that. Are you kidding?